Okay, we're going to go to Tobit in the Apocrypha. Tobit 12, and we're going to look at verse 15. We're dealing with sicknesses of Israel, being sick, and we got to be healed. A lot of us dealing with a lot of infirmities, so this is something to help us with our infirmities. Tobit 12 and 15. It says, I am Raphael. Raphael is the angel of healing. One of the 7 holy angels. And the Most High gave us 4. Michael, Uriel, Gabriel, and Raphael. But it's really 7. And I know all 7, but I'll just deal with what he mainly gave us is the 4. So I am Raphael. One of the 7 holy angels, but you know it's 7 holy angels, which present the prayers of the saints and which go in and out before the glory of the Holy One. See? Look at all that. Get Revelations 8 and 4. And it tells you, and the smoke of the incense which came with the prayers of the saints, that's why we burn frankincense and myrrh, which they gave to Mashiach Yahushua when he was born. Revelation 8 and 4. And the smoke of the incense which came with the prayers of the saints ascended up before the Most High out of the angel's hand. Remember what Raphael just told us? Tobit 12 and 15. I am Raphael, one of the 7 angels which present the prayers of the saints and which go in and out before the glory of the Holy One. So this is how the prayers of the saints are presented to the Holy One. Revelation 8 and 4. Well, let's look at verse 3. And another angel came and stood at the altar, having a golden censer, and there was given to him much incense. So you know it's incense. That smoke is from the incense. That he should offer it with the prayers of all saints upon the golden altar which was before the throne. And the smoke of the incense which came with the prayers of the saints. So this is really, really spiritual. When we burn the incense, we pray, frankincense and myrrh incense, and we send up the prayers, and the smoke of the incense, you hear, and the smoke of the incense which came with the prayers of the saints ascended up before the Most High out of the angel's hand. So that's what Raphael is saying, that he's there. He's one of these angels. Going back to Tobit 12 and 15. I am Raphael, one of the 7 holy angels, which present the prayers of the saints and which go in and out before the glory of the Holy One. And they were both troubled and fell upon their faces, for they feared. This the holy angel, the archangel, Raphael, coming before them. And there was trouble when they seen him. They feared. What do you think that means? Because y'all don't believe that the fear of the Most High means to be afraid, to be scared of him. They got afraid. They became afraid. They got scared. But he said unto them, fear not, for it shall go well with you. Praise the Most High, therefore. Angels always telling us to praise the Most High. What part that you don't get? Praise the Most High. For not of any favor of mine, but by the will of our power I came. Wherefore praise him forever. Yeah? So ain't nothing that I want to do. I'm just following the orders of the Most High. He wanted me to come. But not of any favor of mine, but by the will of our power. I came. You said our power. Our power. Power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And Jacob being the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel. Wherefore praise him forever. All these days I did appear unto you, but I did neither eat nor drink. But ye did see a vision. Now therefore give the Most High thanks, for I go up to him that sent me, to write all things which are done in a book, so we can read about it. And when they arose, they saw him no more. Then they confessed the great and wonderful works of the Most High, and how the angel of the Most High had appeared unto them. So that angel of the Most High, Raphael, appeared to them. It's like the angel of the Most High appeared unto Moses. In Exodus the 3rd chapter, the 2nd verse. In many of the apostles and the prophets, I said, hey, confess the great and wonderful works of the Most High. What he's done. Or else, what you gonna do? Most people don't gonna confess what they done. No glory to the Most High. He loves to be boasted upon. Boast on him. But how you gonna boast on someone that you don't know, or you don't know enough in the scriptures to be able to talk about? It's very important. Look at Isaiah 58 and 8. Isaiah 58 and 8. All praise and glory goes to the Most High. Isaiah 58 and 8. Then shall thy light break forth as the morning, and thine health shall spring forth speedily, and thy righteousness shall go before thee. The glory of the Most High shall be thy reward. If you do what he say do. It's the only way it's going to happen. And when you're doing what he said do that, he said, hey, your reward, your health shall spring forth speedily. But if not, then let's see how much you could do on your own. Or you depending on this system to work for you. You already said, hey, you already said it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the Most High. It's a fearful thing to fall into a wicked person to fall into the hands of a physician too. But you hear what he's saying. Genesis 50 and 2. And let's read verse 1. And Joseph fell upon his father's face and wept upon him and kissed him. And look at how his wicked brothers sold him to the Arabs. The Arabs sold him to the Egyptians, and he had to pay a heck of a price. Joseph commanded his servants, the physicians, to embalm his father. And the physician embalmed Israel. You see? So like a lot of people be saying we are to be, cremated and so forth. You see, this is our forefather Jacob, whose name was changed to Israel. And Joseph commanded his servants, the physicians, to embalm his father, and the physician embalmed Israel. And 40 days were fulfilled for him. For so are fulfilled the days of those which are embalmed. And the Egyptians mourned for him 70 days, 70 days. And when the days of his mourning were past, Joseph spake unto the house of Pharaoh, saying, If now I have found grace in your eyes, speak, I pray you, in the ears of Pharaoh, saying, My father made me swear, saying, Lo, I die, and my grave, which I have digged for me in the land of Canaan, which is the land of Israel, there shalt thou bury me. Now therefore let me go up, I pray thee, and bury my father, and I will come again. Pharaoh said, go up and bury thy father, according as he made thee swear. And Joseph went up to bury his father, and with him went up all the servants of Pharaoh, the elders of his house, and all the elders of the land of Egypt, and all the house of Joseph, and his brethren, and his father's house. Only their little ones and their flocks and their herds they left in the land of Goshen. And there went up with him both chariots and horsemen, and it was a great, very great company. So I said, when people don't understand, for him to have all that power under Pharaoh, when Pharaoh died, who do you think was the next Pharaoh? It was Joseph. That's when you get to Exodus, and you look at Exodus 1 and 7. It said, and the children of Israel were fruitful, and had a lot of children, and increased abundantly, and multiplied, and waxed exceeding mighty. And the land was filled with them. Exceeding mighty. Powerful. Are we mighty now? No. We mighty in strength, but we're not mighty in our captive land like we were here. Now there arose up a new king over Egypt, which knew not Joseph. See, because Joseph had died. Verse 6, and Joseph died, and all his brethren, and all that generation. So that all they had died off. You see, let you know that we were ruling in Egypt under Joseph. Colossians 4 and 14. Colossians 4:14. Luke, the beloved physician. Did you know that? The book of Luke, the author of Luke, the beloved physician, and Demas greet you. Luke was a physician, a doctor. That's why the Most High said, honor a physician with the honor due unto him, for the uses which ye may have of him. For the Most High has created him. See, that's why I say when people eliminate the Most High out of everything, and you find yourself at fault according to the word. Now they went off in what they've done, but the Most High still created them, and he'll have favor in whatever it is that they are going to do or have to do to you if you keep his law, statutes, commandments. Do what he say do. Please the Most High. You have an opportunity. That's why I'm going to show you something. Realize we are subject to a lot. We can't fall victim or prey to the things that will work against us. Look at Ecclesiasticus, the 30th chapter. Verse 17. It says, death, to die, is better than a bitter life. See, death is better than a bitter life, or continual sickness. Man, that's why you see a lot of people, they be continually sick, they be just ready to go. Suffering and suffering and suffering. Verse 21. This is good food for thought. It says, give not over thy mind to heaviness. So you're supposed to be concentrating on wickedness or things that's bothering you. You're not supposed to let things bother you. Give not over thy mind to heaviness, and afflict not thyself in thine own counsel. You're afflicting yourself in the way you think. Your own counsel is saying. The gladness of the heart is the life of man. The gladness of the heart is the life of man, and the joyfulness of a man prolongeth his days. So the gladness of the heart, which is the mind, is the life of man. To be happy. And the joyfulness of a man prolongeth his days. The joyfulness of a man prolongeth his days. So if he's sad and sorrowful continually, it's going to shorten your days. But if you're happy, you appreciate another day that the Most High allowed you to get it together, or another day closer to the kingdom, and rejoice in whatever it is. That's why Paul said he was content. Learn to be content. And you work to come out of your situation, or you got to be content and enjoy it. So your days will be prolonged. It says, love thine own soul. Love yourself. But not to be conceited, not to be exalting yourself like you somebody, you ain't nobody as you ought to be. Marshall Shai made himself of no reputation. He said, love thine own soul and comfort thy heart. Comfort your mind. Remove sorrow far from thee. See, you sitting there worrying. See, worry cancels out faith. I say it to you again. Worry cancels out faith. How are you going to pray to the Most High and then you're going to sit here and worry about something that you done prayed for Him to take it away from you or to bring something forth? And here you are worrying about it. It says, remove sorrow far from thee, for sorrow hath killed many, and there is no profit therein. You know, they say sad. They sad. That's why you got to learn to be happy. You got to learn. And don't give me the scripture, oh, surely your oppression make him a wise man mad. Yeah, okay, you get mad. Most I said, not the sun without upon your anger. About that. Because you ain't being oppressed at this time. You sitting there at your home enjoying yourself, doing whatever you're doing. Got a glass of wine, got your food, got your lady there. Everything is set up for you, right? You mean to tell me you can't be happy no day? I say you better hear what he said. Joy and happiness prolong the life. So what you think on shorten the life? All the time, woe is me, and moaning and groaning, and can't really enjoy yourself. If you keep what the Most High said we're supposed to be doing, and keeping His laws, statutes, commandments, then why are you sad? Why are you all out of it? Most High just told us in Deuteronomy 28, 1 and 2, if we follow what He said, we're going to be blessed. He's not a man that He should lie. Do you believe it? Maybe you don't believe in Him. Maybe you have faith in Him. This is what it says. Love thine own soul. That's why I say love thy neighbor as thyself. You start with self. You love yourself, you can love your brothers and sisters. Love thine own soul and comfort thy heart. Comfort your mind. A lot of you can't do that because you got too many negative demons and spirits all in you that you can't really comfort your own mind. You got to comfort your mind. Remove sorrow far from thee. For sorrow hath killed many, and there is no profit therein. See? Envy and wrath shorten the life too. Yeah? Envy and wrath shorten the life. You envying somebody. You wanna deal with somebody harshly, especially your people. Come on. Envy and wrath shorten your life. Might be one of them little ones that you're dealing with, hating on. You might say, well, Shai, you might as well tie it loose around your neck in a big millstone, big giant boulder, and cast your butt into the sea. Then mess with one of his little ones. And this sheep hear his voice. Envy and wrath shorten the life. And carefulness bringeth age before the time. Carefulness, you're so technical that you look older than what you are before the time. It said, a cheerful and good heart, a cheerful and good mind will have a care of his meat and diet. You're going to watch, if you really have a good spirit, you're going to watch what you eat. Watch your meat and diet. So you eat the right things to help you. So you eat a lot of vegetables and fruit. Little meat. I'm not saying don't eat meat, but still, you should watch what you eat. Because it can be detrimental to you. Not helpful, but detrimental to you. You gotta have a balance. Let's look at Ecclesiastes 14. And 2. Ecclesiastes 14 and 2. Blessed is he whose conscience, which is your mind, have not condemned him, and who is not fallen from his hope, his faith in the Most High. That's what it says. See, you can't claim to have faith in the Most High. You can pray to the Most High. So I say, blessed is he whose conscience has not condemned him. You can't condemn yourself when you don't ask the Most High. You have faith in the Most High and went to the Most High. Now you're supposed to be looking at the things going to be better for you. And who is not fallen from his hope, which is your faith in the Most High. So when you start to, that's what I say, no need in praying if you're going to doubt what you pray. Let's deal with that. I understood that a couple of times. Let's deal with that. It's very important because, like I've said, we're looking at formulas, recipes that work. This works. He laid it all out for us. It's just a matter of who can hear. Who have ears to hear, let them hear. Go to Mark 11 and 22. We're going to read Mark 11, 22 to 26. Like I said, it's a formula that works. Mark 11, 22. The Master answering said unto them, have faith in the Most High. You got to have faith in the Most High. For verily I say unto you, truly I say unto you, that whosoever shall say unto this mountain, you got to speak it, be thou removed and be thou cast into the sea. Whatever problems you have, say, get away from me. Be thou removed from me. And shall not doubt. It's very important that you understand what it's saying. And shall not doubt in his heart, which is your mind. Remember, your mind in heaven is shorten your days. Do not doubt in his heart, which is your mind, but shall believe that those things which he said, what you say, shall come to pass. He shall have whatsoever he said. So if you saying it's going to be all right, this going to happen, that's going to happen, especially after you done prayed. You start saying, listen to what he says. Let me continue. Therefore I say unto you, what things soever you desire, whatever you want to happen, when you pray, believe, have faith in the Most High, that you receive them, and you shall have them. So I say you have a faith of a mustard seed. You can do this. The mustard seed fit under your nail. Listen, this condition. And when you stand praying, forgive if you have aught against any. So you can't be praying and you sitting there with envy and wrath and problems with people. Nah. And when you stand praying, forgive if you have aught against any, that your Father also, which is in heaven, may forgive you your trespasses. But, that's a condition, if you do not forgive, neither will your Father which is in heaven forgive your trespasses. Therefore, the Most High said, I ain't answering your prayers. You wonder why your prayers not being answered? You're not faithful in believing in the Most High, and you sitting around with having a grudge with people as you're going to the Most High. To talk to the Most High through a Mashak shot. He not hearing you. Because you're not operating that. It's all, like I said, it's all here. It's formulated for us to follow what it is that we should do to please the Most High and show that we really have faith in Him. Otherwise, you're just running your mouth, just talking. That's why he said, look at John 6 and 46. He says, not that any man have seen the Father, save he which is of the Most High, he hath seen the Father. Verily I say unto you, he that believeth on me hath everlasting life. But if you don't believe in him, then belief is the same as having faith. So we ain't really going to the Most High. He told us in St. John 14 and 13. And whatsoever ye shall ask in my name, I'll show myself, that will I do, that the Father may be glorified in the Son. So that's having faith in the Most High, going to the Most High in the name of the anointed Savior, that the Most High can be glorified in the Son, not just what you desire. You put that in there. So now do you think about Him? You think about, I'm doing what's right so the Most High can be glorified in the Mashiach Yahushua, or is it all about you? He said whatever, it's like he said, this is what he said. Whatsoever you shall ask in my name, I'll show myself in the name of the Lord and Savior, that will I do. That will I do. That the Father may be glorified in the Son. If ye shall ask anything in my name, in the name of the Lord and Savior, I will do it. Say, if you love me, keep my commandments. To keep my commandments. He said, I will pray the Father, and he shall give you another comforter. Another comforter. Another comforter. That he may abide with you forever. Even the Spirit of truth, which the world cannot receive, because the world knoweth not. Neither knoweth him. But ye know him, for he dwelleth with you, and shall be in you. This is what he said next. That's my Shai, will not leave you comfortless. I will come to you. I mean, it can't get no clearer than that. He said, I will come to you. So what's that? Verse 23. No, look, verse 21. It says, I need to keep reading. It says, verse 21 says, he that hath my commandments and keepeth them, He it is that loveth me. So you don't get away from following the commandment, not following the commandments of the Most High. And the Mashiach Yahushua said, he that hath my commandments and keepeth them, he it is that loveth me. So you don't love him talking about you ain't got to keep the commandments. You hate him. And he that loveth me shall be loved of my Father, and I will love him and will manifest myself to him. And will manifest myself to him. And will manifest myself to him. I'm going to send you another comforter. He's the comforter. I'm going to send you another comforter, even the Spirit of truth. The world can't see, that's why it's a mystery. He said in verse 23, my servant shall answer and said unto him, if a man love me, he will keep my words. And my Father will love him, and we, W-E, the Most High, the Mashiach Yahushua, will come unto him and make our abode with him. He that loveth me not, keepeth not my sayings. And the word which ye hear is not mine, but the Father's which sent me. So the Most High told us he gonna in these last days he gonna send, he gonna speak to us through his Son. He just said, I will not leave you comfortless. I will come to you. Hebrews 1 and 2, after these last days, spoken to us by his Son, whom we have appointed heir of all things, by whom also he made the worlds. So all this fits into understanding without leaning on your own understanding, not understand how things operate, so that you can be in order with the Most High. Look at Matthew 10 and 1. Matthew 10 and 1. And when he had called unto him his 12 disciples, he gave them power, this spiritual power. You see power, that's spiritual power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. And they heal all manner of sickness and all manner of diseases. Man, gave them power. Look what he told me in verse 8. He said, heal the sick, cleanse the lepers, raise the dead, cast out devils. Freely ye have received, freely give. Provide neither gold, nor silver, nor brass in your purses, nor scrip for your journey, neither 2 coats, neither shoes, nor yet staffs, for the workman is worthy of his meat. And you know, you'll be out there working, and people, well, we had a certain mindset that when they went there, they found who was worthy, and they would take care of it. They was taken care of. Go to Luke 9 and 6. Luke 9 and 6. Luke 9 and 6. And they departed and went through the towns, preaching the gospel and healing everywhere. Hear that? They departed and went through the towns, preaching the gospel and healing everywhere. Everywhere they went, it was healing people. This is what it's all about. Coming to this understanding. Look at Matthew, the 9th chapter, first verse. Matthew 9 and 1. And he entered into a ship. And he entered into a ship and passed over and came into his own city. And behold, they brought to him a man sick of the palsy, like polio, something like polio. lying on the bed. And Mashiach seeing their faith. And Mashiach seeing their faith, said unto the sick of the palsy, Son, be of good cheer. Thy sins be forgiven thee. So you look at a lot of sicknesses, it's because of sins. He said, thy sins be forgiven thee. And behold, certain of the scribes said within themselves, this man blasphemes. And Mashiach said, knowing their thoughts, said, he knew their thoughts. He knew what they were thinking. Wherefore think ye evil in your hearts. Why are you thinking evil in your minds? Man? That's their thoughts. He knew their thoughts. Because he says, Son, be of good cheer. Thy sins be forgiven thee. Here come these scribes and Pharisees and chief high priests and all of them joined together in the same mindset against him. Mashiach, verse 4, and Mashiach said, knowing their thoughts said, wherefore think ye evil in your hearts? Why are you thinking evil in your minds, man? For whether it's easy to say, thy sins be forgiven thee, or to say, arise and walk. So I could have said either one. But that ye may know that the Son of Man, or Mashiach Yahushua, have power. See, he has spiritual power on earth to forgive sins. Then said he to the sick of the palsy, arise, take up thy bed, and go unto thine house. And he arose and departed to his house. But the multitude saw it, they marveled. But when the multitude saw it, they marveled and glorified the Most High, which had given such power to men. So, all praise to the Most High. But you see what he did? He said, oh, since y'all was offended that I said, be of good cheer, thy sins be forgiven thee. He said, hey, arise, take up thy bed, and go into thine house. He said, arise, take up your bed and go into your house. Just to appease the gainsayers. And he would always do a lot of things on the Sabbath day. Wait till the Sabbath day. They would do good on the Sabbath. They were so technical. They didn't even want you to even do anything on the Sabbath. So then, a lot of people, they can't do it, then they be envious and jealous of someone that can. We have different administration of the body. Everybody's not going to be dealing with healing. Everybody's not going to be a teacher. Everybody's not going to do this, that, and the third, whatever. And I challenge you to say that every time you come into, they came into the truth, they had to do certain things. They didn't. If you understand this word, and we as a people, we didn't do everybody didn't do the same thing. So if everybody did the same thing, then how you gonna have different administrations of the body? And everybody be, that's why I tell you that. I mean, it's gotta be, in a carnal fashion, why you gotta use the body parts, but it's still the same thing. I mean, you gotta have different parts of the body. Look at Romans 12 and 4. For as we have many members in one body, the body of Mashiach Yahushua, which we're supposed to be the church, the true church, the 12 tribes of Israel, and all members have not the same office. See? All members have not the same office. So we, being many, are one body, Mashiach Yahushua, the name of the Lord and Savior, in Mashiach, and every one members one of another. See, having then gifts differing, here to say, having then gifts differing according to the grace that is given to us, whether prophecy, let us prophesy, according to the proportion of faith. For ministry, let us wait on our ministering. Or he that teacheth, on teaching. Or he that exhorteth, on exhortation. He that giveth, let him do it with simplicity. It just helps, that's all. He that ruleth with diligence. He that showeth mercy with cheerfulness. See? Let love be without dissimulation. Abhor, hate that which is evil. Cleave to that which is good. Be kindly affectionate one to another with brotherly love and honor, preferring one another. See? So it's all here. It's just a matter of how we're going to apply it in our life. Now you let somebody else apply it, what it is that they want you to fall into. When you have certain gifts that you come into the truth, you bring it with you. Look at Matthew 9. Go to Matthew the 9th chapter. And I know some of you might be saying, oh, Moshe, that's him. He could do that. Nobody else could do that but him. Let's see. Matthew 9 and 18. We won't answer that. Matthew 9 and 18. While he spake these things unto them, behold, there came a certain ruler and worshipped him, saying, my daughter is even now dead. His daughter just about to die. But come and lay thine hand upon her, and she shall live. And Moshe arose and followed him, and so did the disciples. And behold, a woman which was diseased with an issue of blood 12 years. A woman that was bleeding with an issue of blood for 12 years came behind him. She came behind him and touched the hem of his garment, touched his fringes, the hem of his garment. For she said within herself, listen at this faith, she said within herself, if I may but touch his garment, I shall be whole. So all I have to do is touch his garment, I'm going to be made whole. She said, like I said, you got to say it. She said within herself, if I may but touch his garment, I shall be whole. But Moshe turned him about, and when he saw her, he said, daughter, be of good comfort. Thy faith has made thee whole. See how she believed. All I got to do is touch his garment, the hem of his garment. All I got to do is touch his fringes. I'm going to be made whole. And what he tell her? Your faith has made thee whole. And the woman was made whole from that hour. When Moshe came into the ruler's house and saw the minstrels and the people making a noise, he said unto them, get a place, for the maid is not dead, but sleeping. And they laughed him to scorn. They just, come on now. They down there mourning. Just show you how Israel is. They mourning over his daughter that died, the ruler's daughter that died. They said they're mourning, and he said, hold your peace, man. It's all right. She's not dead. And they laughed him to scorn, started laughing. But when the people were put forth, told him to get out, he went in and took her by the hand, and the maid arose. And the fame hereof went abroad into all that land. And when the Mashak departed thence, 2 blind men followed him, crying and saying, Thou son of David, have mercy on us. And when he was come into the house, the blind men came to him. Mashak said unto them, Believe, which is that you have faith. Believe ye that I am able to do this? They said unto him, Yeah, Master. Then touched he their eyes, saying, according to your faith, be it unto you. See, a lot of you don't have faith. You wonder why things aren't happening because you don't have a strong enough faith. They believe. What did it say? He said, believe ye that I am able to do this? They said unto him, yeah, Master. thou son of David? Then touched he their eyes, saying, according to your faith be it unto you. And their eyes were opened. And the Mashiach straightly charged them, saying, see that no man know it. That's the difference that a lot of people will not pick up on. He didn't want nobody to know it. He said, see that no man know it. But they, when they were departed, spread abroad his fame in all that country. See? He said, don't tell nobody. That's what he said. When you understand how he was rolling, you're going to be Mashiachim, then you will see why he said that. Because go to Philippians, the 2nd chapter. This is how he was rolling. And he did more miracles than we put in all the books in the world could not contain all the miracles that he's done. But look. Philippians 2:7. But made himself of no reputation. That's why he said, tell nobody I did it. But made himself of no reputation. Took upon him the form of a servant. Was made in the likeness of men. And being found in fashion as a man, he humbled himself. See, he humbled himself and became obedient unto death, even the death of the cross. See, these are the examples that we have. Now, with some of you that feel that that's Mashiach Yahushua, and he was the son of the Most High, so nobody could do that but him. Look what he told us. Go to St. John, 14th chapter, 12th verse. That's what he told us. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me, the works that I do, shall he do also. You ready for that? He said, the works that he done, shall you do also. If you believe on him, the works that I do, shall he do also. And greater works than these shall he do, because I go unto my Father. What he said? He said, greater works than these shall he do, because he's going to the Most High. And you look at once Mashiach Yahushua came, the Spirit of the Most High to represent the Most High in Acts the 2nd chapter, things was happening. Look, let me give you an example. Let me find it. Look at Acts the 3rd chapter. And verse 1. It said, now Peter and John went up together into the temple at the hour of prayer, being the 9th hour. Now they filled with the Holy Spirit now. They received the Holy Spirit, Spirit of the Most High. And Mashiach Yahushua in Acts the 2nd chapter. And a certain man, lame from his mother's womb, who was lame from birth, was carried, whom they laid daily at the gate of the temple, which is called Beautiful, to ask alms of them that entered into the temple. You know, he's panhandling like what we call today, asking for money. People going inside the temple. Who seen Peter and John about to go into the temple, asked an alms. They asked them for alms. So. And Peter fastened his eyes upon him with John, said, look on us. And he gave heed unto them, expecting to receive something of them, expecting to receive some money. Then Peter said, silver and gold have I none, but such as I have I give thee. By some of myself, Yahushua, in the name of the Lord, said, Nazareth, rise up and walk. Isn't that what Mashiach Yahushua just did? He said, rise up and walk. And he took him by the right hand and lifted him up. And immediately his feet and ankle bones received strength. And he leaping up stood and walked, and entered with them into the temple, walking and leaping and praising the Most High. And all the people saw him walking and praising the Most High. They knew that it was he which sat for alms at the beautiful gate of the temple. Hey, you got any money? Hey, you give me some money, give me some money. Every time they going in, they know it coming out, going in. They knew it was him, and they were filled with wonder and amazement at that which had happened unto him. So, but see, it was but they were persecuted for Moshe Shai's namesake, in the name of the Lord and Savior, for doing that. They persecuted him for doing that. They suffered behind doing that, for real. Something. So from there we're going to look at Mark the 10th chapter and verse 46. And they came to Jericho. Mark 10 and 46. They came to Jericho, and as he went out of Jericho with his disciples and a great number of people, lying, Bartimaeus, the son of Timaeus, sat by the highway side begging. And when he heard that it was Mashiach Yahushua of Nazareth, he began to cry out and say, Yahushua, thou son of David, have mercy on me. And then he charged him that he should hold his peace. Be quiet, leave him alone. You know, people are, shut up, be quiet, leave him alone. But he cried the more a great deal, thou son of David, have mercy on me. Mashiach stood still, commanded him to be called. And they called the blind man